Hello guys, I want to welcome you to SAPS Multimedia, and in this video I'm going to guide you to know how you can manage income and expenses with profit and loss using Microsoft Excel. I'm going to guide you to create the template and then go ahead with the calculation. So let's get started. Okay, so this is what I mean. I want us to create something like this where you are going to have this part, okay, that will display your total income, your total expenses, your total profit, and then your total loss. Now over here, this place will also contain the details that you will enter. All right, so let me create another sheet over here and then get started. Now if you want to create a sheet on Excel, you just click on the plus sign and your sheet will be added automatically. All right, so we are first of all going to create the design over here. All right, so let me explain how I did this. Let's go to that sheet, then let's select portion. Okay, so you select a portion. Alright, then if you want to give it a background color, you come to this over here, which is fill color. Now choose any color that you want. Let me choose this. Right, let me also select this. I just want to design something nice, so let me repeat the same thing over here. Then over here, I'm just going to write the name of my company or the name of the person I am doing the expenses for. So let me go ahead and copy what is here and then come and paste it there. Now you can enter. All right, so let me paste it there. So that is the name of my what do you call it, my company or the person I'm doing the design for. Then let me come here and also enter the title. Let's say that is what I've done here, income and expenses sheet. So that is what I mean. So let me copy that one too and then come to that sheet and paste. So this place I just applied a border, and that's why you are seeing the white line over there. So if you want to do that, what I'm going to do is that you select where you want to put the border, then you come here. This icon is for the border. You click on the drop down arrow. You first of all give it a line color. So if you want a white, a black, what have you, so I choose the white depending on the design. So you come there again and then choose the type of border. So I used a bottom border, that is why the line is there. All right, so now let's move on. I'm now going to create this part. Okay, so let me show you how I did it and then I will proceed. Now the first thing I did is I inserted a shape. So you click on insert, then you come to the illustrations menu, you click on the shapes and then you click on the rectangle. So let's draw a rectangle over here. Now when you draw a rectangle, the drawing tools will be opened where you can change or format the shape. So let me go and change the outline, that is the shape outline. You can change it to any color. So we see that the shape outline is white. You click on it, you come back, and then you can also choose to change the fill. The fill affects the entire thing. So let's choose white for the fill. Over here I just choose this color, so you can choose the same thing. Now when you are designing, you can choose the colors that you want, but I just want the design to be the same as the one that I have done. All right, so how many? They are 1 2 3 4 in number. So I'll just copy this and then I paste, I adjust, I paste, I adjust, I paste, then adjust. Okay, so let me increase so that I will just exhaust all the spaces. Okay, so we are having that one also done. Now let's proceed to the next step. So let's come back to what I have already designed. I'm using that as a guide. Now you can insert a picture, and then you also insert another shape that will contain the figures. So let's go ahead and do that. Now if you want to insert a picture, you go to insert, then you come to pictures. So it will launch where you want to insert the picture. Let's say a desktop, my picture is here, whatever picture that you want to use. Now that means that you should have these icons. Okay, you can basically go to Google and search for the icons. Let's say an icon for total income, an icon for total expenses. You download it before you proceed. So I am just going to delete this, and then I'll come and copy whatever I've done here, because basically they are the same things. So I'll copy this, then paste. But if you are doing it, you will have to go to Google and then download. So let's put a picture here. Let me go to the next one. That is this. I copy, then I paste here, shift it there. If you are shifting, you click and drag. So I'm using the click and drag approach. Alright, let me come back to this. I copy, then I come to that sheet, and then I paste. Alright, let's do the last one. Mind you, because you are not having this, you have to insert them one after the other using the process that I have shown you. But I have the pictures ready for me to repeat such process. Okay, so now we are having that. Now we are going to need the name, total income, total expense, and then we also need to put another shape that will display our values. So we go ahead over here, you click on that particular shape, you right click, and then you go to edit text, because you want to add a text. So let me use this keyboard. So over here you're going to enter total income, right? So let's decrease the font size so that we can have it there. You can choose a different format and what have you. Let me just fast track that. Alright, so we have that. Then we come here, we right click, you go to edit text, then that place will also be total expenses. So total expenses. Alright, let me copy the total so that I will be repeating it. Okay, in the same way, you adjust, decrease the font size, what have you, so that you can have it nicely. Now you come here, right click, edit text, then that place will be total profits, because we are talking about managing the income and expenses using the profit and loss. So you decrease the font size, right? Then come to this side, the same way, right click, edit text, then this place will be total loss. Similar way, with the font size, what have you. Okay, so we are now going back to insert another shape that will show the total income, the total expense, the total profit, and the rest. So let's get started with that. So we come here, insert, just as you did. You come to the illustrations, and then you choose shapes, you choose rectangle, you draw a rectangle here. That's going to display the values. You come to format, the shape fill, you can choose a suitable color. So let me choose white. Let me copy this. Okay, let me copy this, paste, then put this here, adjust, put this here, and adjust. Alright, so gradually we are getting there. make sure you do a beautiful design. Choose the colors well, because you're going to present it to someone and probably sell it to the person. So this place is done. This place is done. These values will be done later. So let's come to this, that, and then the table. Alright, so we are going to create an income table. We are going to create an income table and then an expense table. So this is an income table, and then let's say we have expenses. Okay, now let's design this one also. So I'll come here and give it a back color. See that one? I'll do same here. I can just change the font color and then bolden it. Okay, so let me do the same here. Bold color white, then it's white. Okay, now let's proceed. We are going to insert a table. So what you're going to do is that you are first going to enter these: the serial number, the source, the dates, and the rest. So let me just copy what I have here. Let me copy what I have here. No, let me show you how you do it. So over here, we are going to enter the S\n, which means serial number. Okay, then you come here, you look at the date, you come here, you look at the source of income, because you're talking about income. What is the source? Where are you going to get the money? That is the source of income. Source of income. Alright, then you now come to the amount. So these are the three that you have to do. So that is the, so these are the things you need. Alright, now let me increase the source of income small, because that one will be worse, which can be a bit. Now whatever you do here is that it's affecting what is here, so you will have to go ahead and then perform the changes. Well, else your designs will not be lying. So because I'm in a hurry, let me just keep it and then move on. Alright, this one shouldn't be here. Let me cut it from there. Let's place it here. Okay, so that is that. Now let me edit this. Okay, let me pull it, let me center it, so that to be something like this. Now let's copy the same thing and then paste here, because we are basically going to need the same information for no, let me bring it here. Okay, so let's proceed. Let me increase the so this place will be source of expenses. Source of expenses. Okay, that is that. Now we want to create a table. Let's first of all select some of the cells. So you include the heading and then 2 other cells. Then you come to insert, then table. Alright, it will open this dialog box for you. Now highlight, now check the my table has headers, click on it and then okay, so automatically the table will be created. Let's repeat the same thing here. I said select that heading with other 2 or 3 other cells. You come to insert. Okay, now you click on tables. Make sure you check the my table has headers and then okay, you are done creating your table. Very simple. So let's go ahead and enter some values in the table. We are going to enter values in the table or data in the table. So we are going to enter serial number, date, source of income, and amount. Please enter them randomly because you want to use to check. So I'll just come here and copy what I have done here, but you enter yours. Yes, so let me copy what I have done there, then paste. I'm not clicking, please. I'm just trying to save time. Alright, let me come back here and copy the same thing. Alright, let me paste here. So I have my data there. Now let me just change this. It's because I copied it. It's here amount is number, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let's proceed. Now we are basically done with the first sheet. If you look at the things here, we are basically done with all of them. Okay, so let's proceed to the calculations. That is very important. Now over here you are going to enter every detail. This place there is no calculation, so all that you did was your design, and then you're able to manage your income and your expenses. Now you're going to add another sheet, so you click on the plus button to add another sheet. That is where you will be doing your calculations. So we have income. Okay, we have income. We also have expenses. We have expenses. We have profit. And we have loss. Alright, so your income, you know what an income is. Okay, so when you come to this sheet, your income, you are basically going to add all the monies you have written here or you have entered there. If you come to the expenses, the same way you are going to add all the monies that you have put there. So in Excel, you don't have to be adding the values, rather you are going to add the cells. Okay, and you want to make it in such a way that whatever value, whatever change that, and we are going to make it in such a way that whatever change that I do to any amount here, it should automatically affect what is happening here. So I'm going to use the auto sum or the sum function. So you can click here auto sum and it will generate it, or you can type equal to sum. That is the function, equal to sum, and then you open brackets. Okay, you can also choose to close the bracket, but then if you can't go through that, you can just click on that cell and then you click on auto sum over here. That will be enacted for you. Then you come to the sheet 3, you click on the sheet 3, then you check the column on which the the amount is. That is column E. So you click on the E at the top here. Okay, then you click on enter. You see it has added the monies on this column for you. So let's go ahead and do same for the expenses. What did I say? You can choose to type equal to sum, then you go back to this sheet and select, or you can just click on the auto sum and that will be enacted for you. You come back to the sheet that you want, or the particular cells that you want to add. So this time I'll come to the expenses, so I'll come here, then I click on the J, then enter. It has automatically entered this. So if we observe, this one is your income is 8,900 and your expenses or your expenditure is 10,000. That means that there is a loss. Okay, so let's see how we can calculate the profit and loss. Now the formula that you're going to use, in the first place, when you are calculating the profits, the income should be greater than the expenses. So you are going to use the if function. So you type equal to if, then you open brackets. If this cell, so you click on that cell, okay, is greater, if this is greater than this, then so comma, what should happen? It should be income minus expenditure. If this is not bigger than this, I should be given a 0 value, then you close the brackets. So that's the function you are going to use. If this is bigger than this, then do the subtraction for me, because profit is income minus expenditure. If this is not satisfied, right? If this is not bigger than this, then give me a value of what? 0. That is the meaning of what we have done. So let's click on enter, and you realize that over here this is 8,900, this is 10,000. This is smaller than this, but I need a profit, so that means that I should have a 0 or there is no profit. So let's come to the loss. You are going to use the same thing, equal to, if, I just want to repeat so that you understand it well. If, then you open the brackets. So if this time this is less, because before you can have a loss, your income should be lesser than your expenses. So if this is less than this, then what happens? If you are calculating the loss, it is expenses minus the income. So that will be this minus the cell over here. I hope you are getting it. If that is not true, that is, if this is not lesser than this, in other words, if this is bigger than this, I should be given a 0 value. Then I close it. You click on enter. So that is your loss. Yes, that is your loss, because you have made income of 8,900 and then you have made expenses of 10,000. So if you do the calculation, this should obviously be your loss. However, it is interesting. Good. So now that this is done, we are no more going to do anything here. We now have to display the information on this. You now have to display the information in this, in these shapes. So, oh, this one is gone. Let me repeat it. Let me copy this. There. Okay, so let's look at how you can allow the income to automatically appear over here. Okay, how do you do that? Click on that shape, come to the view. Now under the view, you click on the formula and you deactivate the heading. Okay, so you are going to enter a formula here. So you click on the formula box, you type equal to, then you come back to the sheet 4 and then click on what? The income. That is the value you want to show there, because that is the total income. If you click on enter, you see that the 8,900 has automatically here. Don't enter the 8,900 here. If that happens, when you make any change here, it will not be updated automatically for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and forward and increase the font size so that you can see it well. What did I say? Let's do the same thing for this one. As I click on it, come to format, come to the view, and then make sure the formula bar is checked and you uncheck the heading. Then you enter the formula equal to, then you come back to the sheet that contains the income, the expense, the profit and loss. This time we need the expense to display, so you click on that amount and then enter. You see that it's displayed there automatically. Let's bold it and then increase the font size so that we can see it well. Alright, now can you now do that of the total profit? Yes. Once this is done, there's no need for you to repeat it. So this equal to, then you come back to that sheet. This one is the total profit, so you click on the profit and then the value will be displayed over there for you. That is what is here. Let's change the formatting. I want to bold it and I want to increase the font size. Okay, let's do the same for the loss. Equal to, then you come back to that sheet, click on the loss and then the value will be displayed there. Let's change the formatting. Okay, so basically that is how to allow the values to display. We are basically done. We are almost done, right? The rest is other styles that we want to add. So what do I want you to add? Let us go ahead and change any of the values here to see if these ones will be updated automatically. So this time I have a total income of 8,900. If I add everything here, that is what I'm going to get. I have total expenses of 10,000. That means if I add everything here, that is what I'm going to get. So I want to change some of the values here to see if it will automatically change over here. So let me change this 10,000 to something like 10. You see that the total expenses have increased. We have not made any income because I have not changed any values here, and then the total loss is also being changed. Now let me go ahead and increase the total income. Let's say let me add 10,000 to this. Click anywhere. This time you see the total income has increased, and the total now it is profit that has come, because the total income is now bigger than the total expenses, so you should have profit. And that is based on the calculations that you did over here. That is why these things are happening. Okay, alright, so now if I want to scroll down, you can see that the information here are also getting lost. So what I want to do is that I want to freeze up to this, so that if I scroll down I can still have data. I can still have these ones showing, so that I'll know that this one is date, this one is source of income, this one is amount. Alright, so how do you do that? Now we want the cells to freeze from this side up to this particular point. Okay, so what you do is that you click here under, you click on the last row after the ones that you want to freeze. Okay, so when you click, you come to the view. When you come to view, then you click on freeze panes and then freeze panes. Since this is the table, you need to do the same thing for this. Okay, so you come to that particular point and then you also do basically the same thing over there. So if you now scroll, you see that one is being kept, this part is being kept, it is not moved. Alright, so you can go ahead and try this. Basically, that is how you can manage your income and expenses using profit and loss in Microsoft Excel. Thank you very much for joining me, and then I want you to subscribe to the channel, share, comment, donate, and then help us as we begin to grow. Thank you very much, and bye for now.